In today's show, Bitcoin just reclaimed that $12,000 critical resistance. However, the Bitcoin price suddenly dropped by $500 in seconds to fill some CME futures gaps. I'm going to be breaking this down for you in today's show. As we can see from Crypto Michael, smaller time frame chart explaining what just happened. Essentially, we're back in the ranging game plan, larger time frame, still expecting such a scenario. If we break 12,000, however, I'll assume we'll see $13,000. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, in today's episode, we'll be looking at this bullish price prediction from this analyst on TradingView who predicts a $32,000 Bitcoin price from this cycle. Also in today's episode, capital flight out of Asia is taking Bitcoin Express, says Max Keiser. Shout out to Max of the Keiser Report, who recently tweeted, Bitcoin is up as tensions rise in Asia. Capital flight out of Asia taking the Bitcoin Express. You can't take it with you unless it's Bitcoin. Then you can take it all with you. Something near impossible with gold, and that, my friend, is a fact. Also in today's episode, I'll be doing some year-end gold and Bitcoin price predictions from regular, everyday people just like yourself. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, the king of all crypto and most altcoins back in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts just like this. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. Lots to discuss today. Bitcoin just reclaimed that critical 12K resistance last night. I went to bed, I woke up, and Bitcoin suddenly dropped $500 in seconds to fill some futures gaps. We're going to be discussing it right here in today's show. That's right, the Bitcoin price finds a new focus at 11,700 support. Taking a look at the overall market right now, we're actually trading just above that $11,800 support, and it looks like we're going to retest that critical 12K resistance once again. However, Bitcoin just nosedived this morning 4%, bouncing off of 11,500 and now trading just above 11,800. In doing so, Bitcoin neatly filled the latest gap in the CME Group's Bitcoin futures market, which lays just below 11,700, as you can see right here on this graph. A classic move Cointelegraph predicted on the day that markets would likely attempt to go lower on the short time frames to fill the gap in line with standard behavior. We've seen it time and time again. When there's a CME futures gap, Bitcoin typically, the majority of the time, returns to fill that gap. And also keep in mind, weekends, CME futures is closed, hence Monday returning to fill the gap. Now, this event caused a dramatic spike in liquidations on derivatives giant BitMEX, the largest in the world. Data from monitoring resource SKU Analytics confirms, as you can see right here on your screen, BitMEX XBT/USD liquidations. However, analysts say 13,000 will follow a $12,000 breakout. We're talking about Michael Van de Pop. He says the sudden dip suggested Bitcoin was returning to the pattern of behavior seen in recent months. Taking a look at his tweet on crypto Twitter, Bitcoin smaller time frame chart explaining what just happened. Essentially, we're back in the ranging game plan on the larger time frame, still expecting such a scenario. If we break 12K, however, I'll assume we'll see $13,000. So things are still looking bullish, even though we just had that recent pullback to fill the futures gap. I'm also feeling if we break 12K, we're going to rise on up, not only break 13K, but return to last year's high of 14,000. And I feel once that happens, we can see a breakout to new all-time highs surpassing 20,000, which was set back in December of 2017, and potentially even hit $28,000 before we experience any real pullback, at least according to crypto Bitcoin maximalist Max Keiser of the Keiser Report. Attention will thus now focus on the bull's ability to cement 12K as a support zone, something which has not yet to occur on any meaningful level for Bitcoin. Last night, I thought it was it. We reclaimed that 12K. I thought I was going to wake up, see $13,000, $14,000 Bitcoin price, but guess what? it didn't happen the way I anticipated, but nonetheless, it's going to happen. A pullback is healthy. Also, considering Bitcoin has been surging as of lately, nonetheless, the latest weekly close marked the highest since January of 2018. That's right, we just had the highest weekly close since January of 2018, another uberly bullish sign, and the initial fall from Bitcoin's all-time highs of $20,000. All right, now before I break down our next story of the day and we discuss this $32,000 Bitcoin price trajectory, first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin surging once again. We're about to retest that 12K critical resistance. Do you feel we'll break through, or do you feel we'll pull back once again? Let me know in the comments right down below. Ethereum is up 1.5%, almost trading at $394. Chainlink has been surging like a mofo, recently reached price discovery mode, now trading at $13.58. We got very close to $15 and it's been taken out each dollar level. It's been fascinating to watch, to say the least. If you're bullish on Chainlink, let me know in the comments below. We have Tezos also surging, up 7%, trading at $3.67. Miss Litecoin barely up 1%, trading at just below $58. We have XRP up 2%, trading at 29.5 cents. I just love seeing a sea of green. That means crypto as a whole is pumping, and you gotta love it at the end of the day. And before I break down some of this top exchange volume we see a sea of green, let's first do this Uber price prediction to $32,000 for the Bitcoin price. As you can see, this was published from Wes Ladd on tradingview.com, and it shows an extended pattern target triggered. All right, now for the breakdown. Spotted this strong bullish harmonic structure in an advanced form. The pattern's going towards 32,000 as the next bull run target on Bitcoin. Here's what he includes in some of these graphs. Trendline breakout showing gold right now in comparison to Bitcoin. I'm more uberly bullish on Bitcoin than gold, even though gold just reached an all-time high, trading above $2,000 per ounce. Bitcoin just has more upside potential, and it's just a fact. Also, Bitcoin is the only true asset with true limited scarcity, where gold, who knows? There is no true limited supply. They can just create or find more in the oceans, which are very vast. Some are saying there's an infinite gold supply, where Bitcoin has true scarcity built into the code in the Bitcoin blockchain, and it cannot be reversed. It cannot be changed. There can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin as a circulating supply, and millions are lost and gone forever. We can't say the same thing about gold. So I'm just saying, potential next move will take us towards this $13,000 to $14,000 zone. I also feel once we can break this critical 12K resistance, we're more than likely going to visit 13 to 14,000, revisiting last year's high. And then next, very good market update with further strengthen my $32,000 view is right here. Kudos to the author of this great view. It shows a very strong support back here, along with a very strong resistance at 12K. Once we break that, it shows another strong resistance at 20K, and then the next strong resistance being at about $28,000 according to Max Keiser, where this trader says we're likely to see a pullback by the $32,000 price point. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Now here, Bitcoin en route to $14,000. It also shows you a buy back zone. I say if you're going to hodl Bitcoin, just hodl for the long haul instead of trying to catch these runs to the upside or downside. Also keep in mind, a very popular crypto analyst brought this out, that Bitcoin rises on average 200% per year, regardless of the crazy up and down swings from the bulls and the bears. So I'm just saying. All right, so if you think a $32,000 Bitcoin price is likely on this bull run, let me know in the comments right down below. And when do you feel we're likely to see a pullback? All right, before I cover this next story of the day, Capital Flight out of Asia is taking Bitcoin Express, says Max Keiser. Let's first finish checking out some of this trading volume from the top exchanges in the world. Binance up a whopping 37% with 10.5 billion in volume. BitMEX up 90% with 2.6 billion in volume, and Hobby Global up about 50% with 1.9 billion in volume for the day. All right, now let's discuss Max Keiser and what he's talking about, as it's so much easier to exit with a fortune of Bitcoin than it is any precious metal, and I'm sticking to it. Capital flight out of Asia is one of the major reasons for Bitcoin hitting new 2020 highs in August. A major Bitcoin advocate believes. Shout out to Max Keiser of the Keiser Report, as well as Stacey Herbert. I'm a huge fan. Max, a famous American broadcaster, a known Bitcoin bull and maximalist, is confident that rising tensions in Asia are one of the factors for Bitcoin's rally up to 12K. You can't take it with you unless it's Bitcoin. That's right. In an August 10th tweet, Keiser argued that Bitcoin is a solid method to move big amounts of money abroad while crossing borders. According to Keiser, a number of people in Asia are using Bitcoin to move their money out of the continent as geopolitical tensions risk affecting markets. Capital flight out of Asia taken to Bitcoin Express. Keiser wrote, comparing Bitcoin to gold, one of the world's most popular safe haven assets. Keiser argued that Bitcoin is one of the few ways to move a fortune abroad. Keiser said, you can't take it with you unless it's Bitcoin. And that's a fact. How are you going to take all this precious metal with you? They'll probably confiscate it when you're transferring it at an airport. They'll be like, yo, is this worth more than $10,000, this gold bar? And guess what? They'll just take it. Just like that, they can't do the same with Bitcoin because it's digital currency. That's right. This news comes amid reports of Chinese citizens illegally crossing into the U.S. with $28,000 worth of gold bars. Let's check out this tweet from Max Keiser. Bitcoin up as tensions rise in Asia. Capital flight out of Asia taken to Bitcoin Express. You can't take it with you unless it's Bitcoin. Then you can take it all with you, something near impossible with gold. And that, my friend, is a fact. Take that, Peter Schiff. While Keiser did not clarify exactly which situation he was referring to, the Financial Times reported on August 7th that Hong Kong's wealthy are moving large amounts of their gold out of the financial hub after Beijing imposed a new national security law on the city in July of 2020. That's because Bitcoin is a superior safe haven asset. I'm just saying. Joshua Robert, head of Robart & Co., a Hong Kong-based gold dealer and storage provider, reportedly said that after the national security law was passed, there could be immediate response from Hong Kong residents asking to store gold somewhere else. Earlier in July, Cointelegraph reported that major global banks like Credit Suisse and HSBC were limiting services to Hong Kong clients amid the ongoing protests over China-backed national security law. And last week, another Bitcoin bull, Anthony Pompliano, predicted that Bitcoin will eventually become a bigger market than gold thanks to its superior digital nature. Let's talk about this. Gold currently has a market cap of over $8 trillion. If Bitcoin was to flip on gold and become dominant over it, we can easily, effortlessly see at least a $500,000 Bitcoin price, and more realistically, I'm saying a 7-digit figure for the Bitcoin price, $1 million or more by the time the market cap of Bitcoin is closer to gold's current market cap, closer to $8 trillion. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, doing these year-end gold and Bitcoin price predictions, this is going to be a lot of fun, by the way, from regular, everyday people. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $359 billion with $93 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current BTC dominance is 60.3%, according to CoinMarketCap. Now, if we exclude stablecoins and ICOs, the realized market cap is closer to 80%. So it's good to note that. Now, taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100 in the past 24 hours, we have Yearn Finance surging once again in the DeFi space, up almost a whopping 50% for the day, trading at $6,486. All I got to say, holy shnikes. Band Protocol also surging like a mofo, still up 26%, trading at $17.21, recently reaching an all-time high. If you're not familiar with Band Protocol, it's another major Oracle service in the DeFi space, a competitor of Chainlink. Then we Thor Chain up 22%, trading at 84 cents. Nervos Network up 21%, trading at 0.008. Ren up 19.5%, trading at 27 cents. And Terra up 19.5%, trading at 45 cents. Below that, we have Tomo Chain up 18%. Theta up 17%, and Divi up 14%. So as you can see, many of these altcoins currently surging against the king of all crypto. And now taking a look at the top losers within the top 100, Flexacoin down 15%, trading at 0.005. Ocean Protocol down 10%, trading at 38 cents. Decentraland, another one which was recently surging in the DeFi space, down 10%, trading at 10 cents. Horizon down 6%, trading at $10. Engine Coin, I'm very bullish on ENJ, down 5% for the day, trading at 21 cents. And the Midas Touch Gold down 5%, trading at 2.7 cents. Below that, we have AVE down 4%. Algorand down 4%, and Nexo down 4%. Which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins. As we can see, the bulls are back in control. Hallelujah. With longs leading 88 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 51.9% versus 48% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated as 78 in extreme greed, the same as yesterday and last week. We were in greed, last month in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, like we're witnessing right now, that means the market is due for a correction. So just throwing it out there. All right, and before I break this down, first I want to remind you to smash the show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 500 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to subscribe right here on YouTube by smashing the subscribe button right below this video in the description, or visit the direct link, cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join this, simply click this link, request to join, and you'll automatically be added. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down these bullish gold and Bitcoin price predictions from regular everyday people just like yourself and myself. Back in May 2016, I used a number of social media avenues in order to survey people on what they would do if Bitcoin touched the $10,000 mark. The article was very popular, and of course, we all know that Bitcoin reached the 10K zone the following year in 2017. In fact, we breached $20,000 temporarily back in December. It's been a long while since the 2017 bull run. How many of you were around back then? So I decided to do an experiment, once again leveraging my 4,700 friends on Facebook and a few members from a private crypto focused Telegram channel. Let's break it down. Basically, I asked what people think the Bitcoin price and the price of 1 ounce of gold will be by December 31st, 2020, which is the end of this year. None of the participants are deemed experts, luminaries, or are billionaires with the same old predictions. So ultimately meaning the people who answered are your average everyday people who follow the crypto ecosystem. They also understand the faltering, manipulated monetary system bolstered by the central banking cabal as well. The first person who answered the price prediction question, an individual named Archer, said he believes the Bitcoin price will be $100,000, right on track with stock to flow. Go figure. Archer also thinks the price of an ounce of gold will be $3,000 by the year's end. That's a pretty good price prediction. Let me know your thoughts surrounding it in the comments below. He goes on to share, the Federal Reserve is pumping trillions of dollars into the economy. The U.S. is suffering civil unrest. Archer said, explaining his rationale, many city/state governments are near bankruptcy already. Employment is at 30+% and will likely only get worse as the pandemic continues. I expect that there will be Greek-style bank shutdowns, capital controls, hyperinflation, negative interest rates, which will cause a flight to hard portable assets, and I agree 100%. Next, we have a guy named Doug who thinks the Bitcoin price will be $16,000 by December 31st, and gold will reach $3,300 Shout out to Doug. Matt explained that he thinks gold will be $3,300 per ounce as well, but he expects Bitcoin to jump to $35,000. Money printer go brr is his rationale behind Matt's reasoning. My old roommate Andy expects Bitcoin to be valued at $21,000. You gotta ask Andy. And gold will be $4,116, but he also thinks a cow will be valued at $104,000. Preston says Bitcoin will be $24,000 by the end of the year, and gold will top $3,200 by the year's end. I believe there'll be significant price increases due to the current unstable markets, but due to the reduction in monetary supply among lower classes, it won't completely go parabolic. Same with gold, Preston said, explaining his forecast reasoning. Sarah gave me a random guess and said she thinks Bitcoin will cross $33,000 while gold remains in the $2,000 range. Alfred said he doesn't know how much about gold, but predicts Bitcoin will be $10,100 by the year's end. Now, obviously, he is pretty bearish considering Bitcoin is already trading above 11,800 currently and looking uberly bullish. But then again, this is just regular everyday people without necessarily vested interest into gold. These are not Bitcoin billionaires, so it's important to point that out. Alfred further explains his rationale. People tend to spend more fiat during December, which is a fact due to the holidays. This will trigger more sell orders, plus miners' recapitulation. The recent surge in price could be traced to the growing interest in the alternative source of income, which Bitcoin seems to provide due to the closure of business activities, plus growing interest in DeFi and Ethereum blockchain. Things are returning to shape gradually in the next quarter. I see the price stabilizing at 10,000 support level. Now, Andrew says with his prediction, we'll see the Bitcoin price touch 15,000 per coin while gold reaches 2,500. I think the main push for Bitcoin will be from the retail side. Andrew stressed the number of friends asking me, how do I buy Bitcoin, is at an all-time high. Reminds me of 2017. Gold will continue to rise for obvious reasons, being a safe haven asset. Next, we have Steve, who says Bitcoin will be 13,500 and gold will be 2,300 at the end of the year. Chris told me he's not a gold bug and thinks Bitcoin will be anywhere between 8 to 12,000 by year's end. Another friend named Freya thinks gold will be 4,000 per ounce, but Bitcoin will be $60,000. Let's bring it. Bitcoin will be 23.5 and gold 24, says Renee. The issuance of more stimulus only serves to continue the devaluation of the dollar and increase the value of more finite forms accepted as a store of value. Adam seems to think Bitcoin will be 15,500 and gold makes it to 5,000 by the year end. Hyperinflation causes Bitcoin to absorb debt and increase in value, where fiat does the opposite and devalues exponentially. Adam wrote. An individual named Colm said Bitcoin will be 33K. Gold? Question mark. It's funny how folks buy gold but yet receive nothing. Silver? Maybe, but my trust is in the blockchain. So let me know your thoughts surrounding these bullish price predictions. Something to point out, they're all bullish on gold. They all feel gold is going to maintain at 2,000 or above, and most of them are bullish on Bitcoin. One thing they all have in common, they all feel that the dollar is going to continue to be devalued and you should protect your assets in safe havens like Bitcoin and possibly even precious metals. But I think the upside of Bitcoin is that much greater than any precious metal. And also we have true scarcity in Bitcoin. You can't say the same thing about gold or silver. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.